Okay, in order that those watching understand, I am or was one time a registered nurse in the United States. I moved to the Philippines following my attacks of multiple sclerosis. I had to go through the whole system. I had to go through the whole system with my physicians, and I've decided to move to the Philippines as a country that is a lot of sunshine and a lot of wellness for me to help relieve my tensions. When I moved here 7 years ago, or no more, I'm sorry about that, more about almost 14 years now, I've lived in the Philippines. And when I came to the Philippines, my health was bad. I could walk only about 3/4 of a mile, and I would literally pass out and fall out on the ground. And somebody would always help me up to get me home again. So once I discovered some of the health food stores, which I did go to health food stores, I started to take something for my knees, my eyesight, my muscles, my legs. I tried to take everything just to keep going. And I did that for like another 7 years. For like another 7 years I've done that. When I first came to the Philippines, like I said, I was walking around trying to keep my health up, and my health was average. And if you know anything about multiple sclerosis, you have periods of time, which I have multiple sclerosis, recurring multiple sclerosis, which means that every 3 to 4 months, I'm incapacitated. I have to lay down. I lose bowel movement, urinary problems, earwax, vision goes completely blurred. I can't talk. I have to lay up in the bed. Okay, following all this, this happens like during the year, like I said, every 3 or 4 months during the year, and it's been going on like this for about 10 years, put it that way, about 10 years. So I was pretty sick and tired of that. I went to church one day and talked to a church member of mine, and she was telling me that there was something on the market that would help me. And she was going to introduce me to her son. Well, next Sunday, he shows up. So he shows up with USANA. And of course, I'm a one-time nurse, so I had my doubts, but I didn't tell him that. And he didn't know that when he met me, that by the end of that month, which was in February, by March, I was due for an attack. I didn't tell him that. I didn't. I'm just trying to be honest. I'm just being honest to everybody who's listening. I didn't tell him I was due for an attack. So I took these supplements. I call them, they're supplements, right? They're supplements. I took these supplements as they prescribed that I take the supplements. And I took the supplements. And so, through the month of February, I took the supplements. And then the 1st of about March 5th, I can tell you the exact day, March 5th, I was at my computer, and something said, just go ahead and take your USANAs early today. And I took the USANAs early that day. And then I laid down, and when I laid down, I woke up, and my wife was there. She said, what's going on? I said, well, these USANAs didn't work. I'm having my attack today. I have to tell this guy, and I'm going to tell him in a lot of words, that this USANA didn't work. Now, yes, the USANA, I have it here. This USANA did not work. So I was really ready to tell him that. So my wife said, oh, just lay down and relax a little bit, because she knows exactly what I go through. So I laid down for about an hour. I woke up, and I said, I have to go to the bathroom. So I was walking to the bathroom, and it just struck me, I didn't have a problem walking to the bathroom. And I was like, wait a minute, this is all right. I always have problems walking to the bathroom. I said, this is not right. I should be calling my wife for assistance to go to the bathroom. I didn't end up calling her. I came back into the room. I sat down, and my wife come in and said, "What's going on?" I said, "Well, I just came from the bathroom." "Why'd you call me?" I said, I'm tongue-tied. "Well, I don't know. I walked into the bathroom." And I sat down, and I said, "You know something? I don't feel like I normally feel when I have my attacks." Excuse me. I told her, "I don't feel like I normally feel when I have my attacks. Matter of fact, I feel better than I ever felt having an attack." So I sat back. She said, "Well, you lay down." I laid down. I got up. And I was completely normal. I was completely normal. And so I didn't have to, put your face back here again. I didn't have to call him and give him words of wisdom. I didn't have to do that. Thank God I didn't have to do that. I'm a Christian, yes, thank God I didn't have to give him the word of wisdom. And what I was able to do was go to church and praise him and his products here. And praise him and thank him and his mom, especially his mom, for introducing me to her son and bringing these products to me. These are very good products. And to anybody who wants to know, I am a registered nurse. I worked in you name it, the type of medicine that I did. I worked all in it. And I studied. And I studied. And when I looked at this, I had to go on the internet, which I don't have on the island here. But I had to go to the internet and try to look up USANA. And I looked this up, and this is a very, very, very good product.
Yes.
For anybody sitting here watching this and not believing it, this is a very good product. I don't know how it will affect other parts of other kind of illnesses, but for multiple sclerosis, which is the illness that have laid me up for almost 15 years, this brought me out. That's it.
You heard?